Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's reading is going to be answering the question, what door of opportunity is opening up for you? This is going to be a really fun reading. We're going to be picking a door and we're going to essentially look to see what is behind this door for you. So great reading for anyone out there that's just curious to know what types of opportunities are flowing their way. Let's go ahead and get into our disclaimers. Keep in mind, you guys, this is a general reading, so some messages may apply quite specifically to you, while other messages might not. As I always say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If something doesn't feel like it's really fitting your specific situation, simply release it and let it go. Please don't allow it to get you upset or take it personally. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you could book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our pile selection. So today we are going to be picking a door, and if you guys are curious, I always have the decks linked down below, but the name of this deck is called the Divine Doors. It's an oracle deck here. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a deep breath and take a look at these 4 doors that we have here. Think about what door of opportunity is opening up for you. And go ahead and select the door that you feel the most intuitively connected to. So really try to pick with your gut instinct versus your eyesight and what you think looks the prettiest. All right. Once you've made your selection, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your pile selection. See you there. Hey, pile 1, if you picked this door from the Divine Doors deck, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking to see what door of opportunity is getting ready to open up for you. And so what we're going to start with are some pre-shuffled oracle cards. We're going to build onto your reading with tarot and some additional oracle cards all shuffled on camera. The last message of your reading, we're going to actually flip over this door to see what the message is. We're going to kind of save it for last. All right, let's get started. Ooh, okay, so you guys have the Grand Trine, blessings. You have faux alert, and you have the receiver. Wow, okay, we're gonna start here. So when I'm looking at the door that you guys selected, for me, what I'm getting from this intuitively is I feel that things are gonna be starting to get a lot easier for you in your life in some way. This door just looks very heavy, right? It's got all the bolts all around it. It looks like something that maybe has felt, I'm almost feeling like this group for pile 1 has been feeling obstructed in some way, that things have not been easy for you in some capacity, or that something that you've been trying to do, it just kind of feels that there's been like roadblocks at every corner that you turn. But we see now this door is finally starting to crack open, shining a light onto the situation here. And it feels very peaceful to me. So it definitely makes sense that you guys have this Grand Trine energy of blessings, because this card really talks about things finally coming into flow, things finally feeling really harmonious. And it also is an energy of things starting to flow more naturally to you, right? Blessings, abundance, the fruits of your labor, peaceful energy just naturally coming into flow in your life in maybe a way that it was not before. Now, I think it's interesting that we have this card of the faux alert coming up here, because this says a good friend has ulterior motives. I'm thinking that part of the issue that you guys have been facing up until this point is that there's been somebody in your life who really hasn't been supportive of you in the way that they should be. I feel like this person, or this could just symbolize in general people in your life that have been causing obstructions or blockages or lack of harmony to you in the things that you've been trying to accomplish. I think that part of this door cracking open for you is that a light is being shown onto these connections that have ulterior motives that are not really there for you to serve your best interest, but they're there to serve themselves, right? They have some sort of ulterior agenda on their mind. And so I feel that a part of this opportunity that's coming through for you guys is you're being able to see this much more clearly and hopefully eliminate such connections so that you can be able to attract in the peace that you're looking for in your life, the harmony, the results that you're looking for. We also have the receiver coming up here. Enjoys gifts and surprises, is comfortable taking what is given, likes when others take the initiative. So it seems like you all are going to be in this receiver's energy, right? You're in the receiving energy of being able to just lean back and things are just flowing to you, which is beautiful. So if you guys have been working like really hard the last several months or years with something and you've been feeling like you're the one that's always putting in and investing and giving, this is going to be a time where you're going to be able to finally lean back and receive blessings and just allow things to flow to you, okay? And maybe a part of this faux energy that's coming up here is that maybe some of these people or this person in your life has depleted you in some way, right? Where it's made it hard for you to really lean into that receiver's energy to just receive your blessings because you've been too busy depleting yourself for others. So let's see. We're going to clarify this energy here with the tarot coming up next. So tell us, what door of opportunity is opening for pile 1? Let's get some clarification on this energy here. Let's see. Wow, 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Cups coming up here. What else? What door of opportunity is opening up for pile 1, please? 8 of Swords. 9 of Wands. So I think a part of this, you guys, I have to say, you have some tougher cards coming up here, but we're going to get into what I feel what this means. But what I feel with the Strength card being here at the bottom of the deck is that for this group, in order to walk through this door of opportunity, it's going to take courage. Okay, it's going to take courage and strength because I'm seeing a lot of indications here of you guys not being in the most, what's the word I'm looking for? The word is not coming to me, but it seems like you're in an energy here, especially with this 8 of Swords coming up, of just not being empowered is the word that I'm looking for. There's blockages here still. And the Strength card is really talking about courageousness. Anytime that I get this card come up for me, many times it's talking about that I need to muster up some courage to do something that feels maybe just a little bit uncomfortable to me, but doing so will help me to usher in the balanced and harmonious energy that I know that I need to usher in. And sometimes that can be really hard, especially when we're dealing with other people that we've had connections with for a long time, good friends that have been in our lives for a long time. You know, it can be hard to kind of muster up that bravery to be able to confront the situation head on, to confront the situation that's causing you to feel out of balance. Even though you know that once you do tackle it, it's going to bring things into a more harmonious energy for you, right? So here's what I'm seeing with regard to this opportunity that's opening up for you guys. It is still going to take a little bit of work on your part. And so the thing about the Grand Trine that's really interesting is that this is very harmoniously aspected energy within a birth chart, right? And so when you have this aspect, there are certain things that will come really easy to you, right? I know a good friend of mine who has a Grand Trine in their chart, and it's all in their earth sign houses, which also happen to be aligned with their money houses in their chart. So it's like work and money just come really easy to this person. But the downside sometimes to the Grand Trine is that because these things just come to you naturally and easily, it can allow us to get a little bit complacent or even lazy, right? So the message of advice that comes with the Grand Trine is that even though this is meant to be here for you, it is an area that's bringing in ease and peace to you. You may still need to focus on putting in some effort and stamina into the situation in order to keep the flow going, okay? I feel like you guys have been in a situation here where maybe you feel like you've lost a lot with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles coming up here, especially over top of the faux alert. Something about this energy is making me feel like a person or a situation in your life, a group of people in your life, someone, something, has either like made you feel abandoned or made you feel like you've lost something or you've been grieving a loss of something. Both of these cards kind of talk about loss in different ways. Five of Pentacles being about like feeling left out in the cold, maybe being in a place of financial insecurity. Five of Cups talking about, you know, feeling sad about something that we've lost, emotionally lost, or grieving a loss of something. But the beauty of these two cards, you guys, that I have to point out is that what they also talk about is that there's help nearby. If we take a look here at this Five of Pentacles, there is this, which typically depicted as a church. I don't know that it's depicted as a church in this card, but there's this warm home right here with the lights on, smoke flowing out, where these two could take shelter from the cold if they wanted to. Same thing here with this Five of Cups, right? We've got someone here that's sad, who's down and out. They're downtrodden about something that they've lost in their life. But look at all this abundance that's still right there behind them. They still have 2 cups left. They have all of this food, right? They're sitting here by this beautiful beach. There's something to be celebrating here, I feel. So even though you guys may have been moving through some sort of a loss or just a tougher time just within your inner esteem of self, right? What this opportunity is for you is about recognizing the blessings that you still have in your life, because there's something in your life that I do feel comes very easily and naturally to you, right? But sometimes, again, when we already just like harmoniously have this energy there, we don't always take the time to appreciate it because we don't always have to work that hard for it, you know? So that could be the case for some of you guys. So yeah, as I was saying, this is an opportunity, I think, for you guys to really focus on finishing something out, pushing through till the end. The Eight of Swords, really talking about not allowing self-limiting beliefs to block you from your blessings, right? Knowing that you are not a victim in the situation, right? Sometimes things happen. Sometimes we feel awkward. Sometimes we don't feel that confident in ourselves, you know, depending on the situation. But the Eight of Swords is always, always, always talking about self-limiting beliefs, blocking us from taking the action we want to take, and almost making things worse for us than they need to be. Okay? So I see you guys really working and pushing to move through that energy. And with the Nine of Swords, continuing to push through, continuing to finish something out. Let's take a look at this card. It's kind of interesting because it's like she's kind of feeling backed into a corner here, but look at all of the wands. Look at all the people, the situations that she's already defeated. She's almost done. And that's kind of the message that I feel for you guys, is that this opportunity that's coming through for you is indication of a cycle that's nearly completed for you. It's just literally taking one last little bit of energy to finish things out. And this door is cracking open for you to let you know that you're almost there. Okay. All right, let's continue. What else should pile 1 know about the door of opportunity that's opening for them, please? Okay. Easy enough. The cards just flew right out. We do have seduction, passion, and romance await. And see, I think this is where the ulterior motive energy is coming from, right? To me, that looks like some sort of a temptation here in your life where maybe you guys were sucked into something, whether it be a person, a situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be like love and romance energy, but passion or just something that seduced you in, pulled you in, that caused you to lose something or to be disappointed because it wasn't what it presented itself to be. We also have the King, authority and diplomacy, you see. So again, this is about giving you that energy of empowerment, standing in your authority and pushing through to finish out this cycle, to complete this situation, to push through whatever it is. And once you guys open up this door, here you're going to be in this receiver energy of being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor and allow the blessings and energy to flow to you more naturally in your life. But it's going to take, again, I keep getting this message that it's going to take you guys really stepping into your power and stepping into your authority to be able to get through this door, okay? But the door is cracked open for you. And so that to me just says, to me, like most of the work is done. Again, most of the work is done. You just need to keep pushing a little further till the end. All right, let's continue with a couple of these, and then we're going to flip open your door to see what it says. Tell us a little bit more about this door that is opening for pile 1, please. Look at this. Peace and serenity, the dove. Yep, that's what's coming through for you guys at this door, is peace and serenity in your life. We have the dog, loyalty and determination. See, determination really makes sense. Determination is what's needed here in order to achieve the peace that you guys are looking for. I think also the dog, talking of loyalty, it's talking as well about this energy of like really being cautious about where your loyalties lie in your life, because not everybody who presents themselves as a good friend or as a romantic interest always has your best interest at heart. Sometimes people have ulterior motives and objectives with exchanging energy with us, right? So I think it's also a message of discernment about who you're keeping around you in your space and making sure that you're setting those proper boundaries with others so that you're not allowing people to take from your energy. You guys also have the wheel, endings and beginnings. So you're definitely, again, this is further confirmation of closing out a tough cycle, ushering in a new beginning, but it's like you're having to take the helm of the wheel to steer into this new beginning or open up this door. So let's see what it says, and then we'll close out your message. We have a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. What a beautiful message, you guys, because it really ties in everything we've talked about in this reading. You already have energy that flows to you naturally, right? Maybe some of you guys have a grand trine in your birth chart. I would take a look to see if you do, where it's at, because it could add further confirmation to this reading for you. But this is basically saying that like you choosing boldly, living with intention, stepping into your authority and making those intentional and deliberate choices for your life, taking the helm of the wheel here, it's allowing you to open up the door that you want to open for yourself. So in a sense, it's like, I think that this group, you like being in this receiver energy, don't we all, right? Where we can just have things naturally flow to us. And I see that that does come to you very naturally to be in that receiver's energy. But in this particular instance in your life, I feel like Spirit is guiding you to be a little bit more bold, to be a little bit more authoritative, and to actually be the one to steer the wheel for yourself, to open the door yourself instead of waiting for things to happen for you. Because a lot of indication here, especially with the Eight of Swords, that maybe you're waiting on somebody to rescue you or waiting for something to push you. And what I'm feeling is that this door of opportunity is only going to open when you push yourself. Okay, so pile 1, this is a really interesting reading. Definitely was kind of abstract, I feel. I would love to hear from you guys, though, in the comments, how you feel like this resonates with you and with your situation. So comment below and let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever I post the next reading. I'll see you there. Bye. Hey, pile 2, let's go ahead and see what door of opportunity is opening up for you. So this is the beautiful door that you guys have selected. We will be looking at the message that's on the back of this toward the end of your reading. But this door, when I'm looking at this, it looks very heavy. It looks very heavy, and for whatever reason, I'm getting that it might be hard to open. I don't know why I'm getting that, but let's go ahead and just jump right in and see what you guys have going on. So we have the lunar eclipse of change coming up first. Individuality. And we have the 5th house. Wow. All right, so with the lunar eclipse coming up, the door that's opening for this group is a door of massive change. Okay, this could be change that's coming fairly soon for some of you, maybe in the next 6 weeks to 6 months. But lunar eclipses are going to be deep transformational changes in our lives. And I feel with individuality coming up here, there's definitely something about yourself that is transforming during this time. This says, be an individual. Too much of the same gets boring. Unique, different, abstract. So I kind of feel for this group, there might be an energy of you just feeling kind of bored or blah with something in your life or something about yourself, okay? But I also feel that this eclipse energy is coming through, could be happening for some of you like in your first house, in your birth chart. Like I would look into that to see if you've had any eclipses over that area. But there could be something here about you guys changing in a way that's helping you to feel more authentic to yourself, living your life more authentically, being yourself more authentically, but making some necessary changes to kind of shift the energies around, because it just seems like this group with this heavy freaking door here, it's like there's been stagnation, I feel, for some of you. Now, the fifth house is talking about how you encourage others through self-expression, and it's got Leo and the sun here too. So those could be significant placements or signs for you. But it feels like whatever is shifting for you is about the way you are self-expressing. It definitely feels more like it's geared towards self. Now, fifth house energy can also talk about like our creativity, our hobbies, our interests. It can talk about like romantic relationships, things like that. So those could also be sort of like, what's the word? Additional factors that are being changed for you. But whatever this is, it's going to be deep and transformative, and it is going to require for you to let go of something in your past, letting go of old energy, old situations, old people, so that you can be able to embrace this new and different approach to life. You guys also, like, I'm being really drawn to these three keywords here: unique, different, especially abstract. So it could be for this group that you don't really have all of the details planned out yet, right? Maybe you just have sort of like an abstract framework of how you want to make this change. And that's okay. You know, you don't always have to have it all figured out. Just sometimes you have to get started somewhere. So let's see for pile number 2. What is this change or this door of opportunity that's opening for them, please? Okay. So we have the High Priestess coming out. We have a 5 of Wands. What else for pile 2? What's this door of opportunity that's opening for them? 9 of Cups. Oh my gosh. 4 of Wands. You guys could be moving homes for some of you with the 4 of Wands being here. I do feel there is definitely an energy of individualism here and achieving your ultimate fulfillment of self, right? With the 9 of Cups. But I do also see community energy here. And it's interesting, we go from a 5 of Wands to a 4 of Wands. And so I'm kind of wondering if part of this change is also, you know, like these cards talk about encouraging others through self-expression, being yourself. There could be like an issue here with a connection in your life or a group of people in your life where you're noticing through your changes of self where you're no longer aligned with certain people in your life. And so maybe this is a time also where through this transformation you're going through this change, someone's leaving your life, or you're taking someone out of the equation here, going again from the 5 to the 4 to be able to bring in a more harmonious energy for yourself. So I feel with this group with the High Priestess card coming up here, this opportunity, this door of opportunity that's opening up for you, it certainly does involve you really tuning into yourself. I feel like this group has done a lot of self-reflection. I feel like this group has a lot of inner wisdom, and I think that you do have like a deep understanding of who you are, intuitively where you need to be going. What are the things that are going to make you happy? Like, I feel you've done a lot of work and reflection on this stuff. And I think that you guys are also very wise and making this decision from a place of really listening to your higher self, really looking at your lived experiences and arriving at these conclusions. I also think that there's an element of maybe using divination, like tarot, astrology, runes, reading a lot of books, things like that that are helping you to arrive at the conclusion you're arriving at around the transformation you're wanting to make in your life. It feels to me like you guys just want to feel at peace, right? You want to be at peace. You want to remove drama and toxicity from your life, or people or connections that are not aligned with you. Look at this. We have like bickering energy. We have the cauldron boiling over. We've got stuff on fire. This is like a chaotic energy. And so I feel like this is something that I feel that you guys are wanting to deviate away from, because I'm seeing this energy of being completely fulfilled with self, happy, at peace, not having a care in the world about like what other people think or what other people say, and surrounding yourself with a community of people who are like-minded or who are welcoming and warm. Again, I could see you guys maybe even choosing to relocate or move with this energy being here. Maybe somewhere by the water for some of you. I kind of feel for this group as well that like the Five of Wands is important energy though too, because the Five of Wands, even though this one does depict bickering and fighting and stuff like that, it also is sometimes a needed energy in order to create change, right? The fives, number 5, which you guys have twice here, and technically 3, no, I'm sorry, that's a 7. But fives are all about like change, right? It's sort of that energy of challenges that lead to a needed change. So whatever this bickering energy is, it could be that you guys, through the changes you're making, are kind of stirring the pot of those around you, causing some sort of conflict or turmoil, but it's ultimately leading to a more peaceful life for you. You getting something that you want. Okay. For some of you guys, I could see you, for those of you that work in this type of field where you're in like, you're into spirituality, maybe you're psychic, you perform divination. I kind of also see this transformation as a time where you are developing practices and I was going to say procedures, but you're developing in your practices, and you're going with what feels good to you versus what feels good to everyone else, right? I think for some of you guys watching this, I know I do have some like other tarot readers and content creators here on YouTube that watch my channel, because I see you guys in the comments a lot. And I know from experience of being a content creator that sometimes when you have subscribers and clients, there can be like certain demand for certain types of content that doesn't always feel like it aligns with you and the things that you want to be putting out there. And so I do think that there's going to be a shift here in the way that you're putting things out through your spiritual work that you're doing, whether you're on YouTube or not. Even if you have clients and like a private practice, there's something that you guys I think are changing up that might stir things up a little bit for you, but ultimately it's leading to you opening this door to feeling more emotionally fulfilled and at peace in your own life. Okay, so let's see. Tell us more about this opportunity that is opening for pile 2. We have Gollum. A close friend acts on your behalf. Okay. We have the Raven. Darkness looms on the horizon. These cards are so like totally dramatic. I can't. Look at this. We have the Gate. A barrier keeps you from your goals. See, that's what I'm getting with this door, that there's something about this door being like really hard to open up for you, which is interesting. I'm really curious to see what this says when we flip it over. And this could be also why this Raven energy is coming up here talking about darkness, because I feel like for this group, it's going to feel maybe a little bit challenging to open this door, you know, metaphorically speaking. I feel like for this group, it is going to take a little bit of stirring the pot in order to get it to open. It's going to take allowing yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit to get it open. Remember, lunar eclipses can feel really bumpy in terms of the changes that they bring in. Oftentimes, I would argue that a lunar eclipse, you know, most change, in my humble opinion and experience, is ultimately for our highest good, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. right? And so that could be what the Raven's energy is bringing in here. It's just, it's saying to you that like, yes, the door is here, it's going to open, but massive change to your life is going to be necessary in order for this door to open up for you. And if you're not willing to make those massive changes, it's going to feel stuck. It's going to feel really hard to open. You've got to kind of lean into stirring the pot and creating some change here. And I see that you guys do have support with the Golem energy here. I feel like you do have people that are in your corner. Some of you guys may actually have someone in your life, maybe a spiritual advisor or someone that you just deem to be really wise, someone that you really highly respect, that's helping you through this situation as well. But ultimately, I see that the door that's opening for you is going to lead to the ultimate emotional fulfillment of self. I feel it's leading to a community where you can really be yourself and, you know, express yourself authentically toward others. Maybe even moving to a new home, a new area where you're feeling like there's a community of people around you that are similar, right? Versus chaotic. So let's continue. We're going to close out with a couple of these and then we're going to flip over your door message for pile 2. So what else does pile 2 need to know about this door of opportunity that's opening for them, please? Look at this, the Mountain. We have challenges, right? So again, going back to that 5 of Wands, there are challenges to this, which is why it's not going to just be easy to just walk through this door, right? But nothing that comes easy, we don't always value things as much when it's easy. You know what I mean? There's something about climbing a mountain, defeating a challenge, accomplishing something that was hard, that makes it even more sweet when we achieve it. So let's see. Oop. Okay, we're going to take them. It's a lot, but we have the Dog, which talks about loyalty and determination. So there's definitely a message here about continuing to push, not letting conflict get you down or to throw you off track. I think also with the Dog of loyalty coming up here, really looking at where your loyalties lie, right? Where do your loyalties lie? Where do other people's loyalties lie? We have the Key, lock and unlock. So see, that's kind of making me think of the High Priestess card here, where like there's something within you that you have the key within you of how to unlock this door. You have the answer within you already. It's just going to take the confidence to make this necessary change in order to unlock the door and get to the ultimate achievement that you're looking for. We also have the Envelope, unfolding and surprises. So things unfolding, right? As we walk through this door, there could be an element of surprise here. You know, sometimes with the changes of like the lunar eclipse, it can feel like, whoa, I didn't expect that. I feel some of you guys could also be getting a message that kind of throws you off guard, but also pushes or perpetuates this change. So let's see what we have on the other side of your door. We have Destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. Wow. Very interesting, you guys. So yes, there is a door that is closing. And I think the door that's closing is going to feel tough, right? It's hard, right? Letting something go, allowing something to come to an end, it's tough. However, one door closes, another one opens, and that's what this reading is all about. I feel like the door that is closing for you is this door of conflict and chaos and just like, you know, maybe there's also a little bit of a comfort zone that you're leaving behind as well. I am picking up on that. But what's on the other side of this door is creative expression. It is fun. It is community. It's peace. It's ultimate emotional fulfillment, right? You have a lot of blessings headed your way. But I think the hard part is going to be just letting the old stuff go and really embracing the change and allowing yourself to feel uncomfortable. It's almost like that analogy or that saying about like pulling back the arrow before it can be shot forward. That's what I'm getting with this group. It's like it might not feel ideal right away because you're in a place of uncomfortability. You're pulling back the arrow proverbially in your life, but you're pulling it back so that you can shoot it forward toward your goal ultimately. So Very interesting reading, group 2. As always, comment below. Let me know how you feel this resonates with your situation. And if you're not, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next video. And I'll see you then. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you guys picked this door, this will be your reading. So we're looking to see what doors of opportunity are opening up for you. And we are going to flip over to see what message is on the other side of your door toward the end of the reading. So let's just go ahead and jump right in and see what you guys have coming up for you. All right, so we have the second house. We have telepathy. We have the 11th house. Okay, very interesting. So with the second house coming up, this is a door of opportunity that's opening up for you that has to do with a lot of different things, but especially I feel it has to do with money. It has to do with your money. It has to do with your resources. The second house also has to do with, you know, your self-esteem, your self-worth, what you value in your life. And it's kind of interesting with the door that you guys were drawn to, because when I look at this door, I see a person who's going inside. I see a person who's going in to reflect. I see a person who is almost downsizing in a way, who's minimalistic, or who's really focusing on what is important to them, right? This is not like some lavish lifestyle that I'm seeing in this door, in this card, okay? And so I do feel for a lot of you guys, you have an opportunity here to really reevaluate and reexamine what is important to you when it comes to these themes around the second house. And I feel like a lot of you are moving into a place of maybe you're trying to be more minimalistic with your resources, or you're downsizing in some way, you know, finding beauty or finding the value in the smaller, more simple things in life. And I think that this is a beautiful opportunity for a lot of you guys. It's almost like an opportunity to declutter in a sense. And with telepathy coming up, I do feel that there is an energy of like this is something that I feel that you've been getting messages about for a while. Like your intuition has been nudging you this way. Some of you guys could be getting downloads or communication from your ancestors about this, or something about what you're doing. I think also for this group is healing some sort of ancestral, what's the word I'm looking for? Generational curse, maybe, with money and resources and self-esteem and value. You also have the 11th house here, and some of the key words here are very interesting. It's saying your vision of a better future, what makes you unique, and a collective trendsetter, expectations of friendship. So 11th house is like friendships and groups and things like that. But I love that it's talking about like your vision of a better future, what makes you unique. I feel that this group, you guys might be doing something or choosing a path that's a little bit unique and different and sort of off the beaten path of what others in your surroundings are doing. You know, Uranus energy being kind of unpredictable could have to do with something with technology as well, or being online. Some of you guys could be starting an online business as well. But ultimately, I see this door that you're moving through, this opportunity that's here for you, allowing you to align yourself with a bigger picture vision of how you want your life to be. Okay. We also have the keyword of owning here. So there could be some, you know, reflection here about owning property, owning a home, just the things that you own in general with the second house. Okay, the things that you spend money on, that you invest your money in. Some of you guys could be doing this and finding yourselves starting like a trend for others to follow in. if some of you guys have like a community here that you are like a part of. I could see that. Let's see. I could also see this group moving into some sort of like community living situation that's a little bit unique and different to what we see traditionally in wherever it is that you're from. Page of Swords. The Hierophant. So interesting. Look at this. Yeah, this is a period of self-reflection, or this door of opportunity at the very least is opening up after you guys have moved through a period of deep self-reflection. Although it does feel that this is kind of a self-reflective energy that you're walking into as well. All right, so what is this door that's opening up for pile 3? I definitely can see with the Knight of Swords being here that you guys have been talking about this or will be talking a lot about this. I also see here a lot of ambition and drive for this door to open up for you around the second house of resources and finances here. Yeah, so I feel like you guys have been having a lot of conversations. It does look very like a goal-oriented person here who's ambitious, who's going after the thing that they want. He looks like he's playing Quidditch, kind of. Lots of air energy here. We have Taurus energy as well, which makes sense with the second house. Aquarius energy coming up here. I think that what you guys are doing, or what you've been thinking about, is going to require a lot of courage with the Strength card. And I almost feel for some of you guys with this Knight of Swords and the Strength card right next to it, there could be something here about you mastering restraint with regard to this situation. Because again, it feels like this group is opening up a door to being in a more minimalistic lifestyle, right? Now, I don't necessarily associate the Knight of Swords with someone who spends a lot of money, but the energy can be very fast moving and it can be very like sometimes impulsive in my experience. And so it's almost like with the Strength card being next to it, you've been getting messages here, telepathic messages around self-restraint and holding yourself back from, buying that thing on the internet or whatever it is, saying that thing that you want to say about yourself that could be self-deprecating or something along those lines. There's been some sort of self-mastery that you've been working on here. Because I think that you guys see, we have like a tornado that's forming here, right? And so it's like, if you're not going to be able to master these impulses, I think you're realizing that it can create chaos potentially in your life. And I see that this group is really trying to ground themselves here. Now, I see this door that you guys are moving through here as being a door where you're going to be doing a lot of research here with the Page of Swords. You're going to be learning a lot, asking a lot of questions, reading a lot of books, seeking out answers, being skeptical and discerning, and making sure that you're really gathering all of the facts before you jump into any sort of action. So it's kind of interesting that we start off your reading here with the Knight of Swords and then we kind of go down to the Page of Swords. It's almost, again, it's like a re-evaluation of your resources, of your items that you own, taking a step back or taking a step down to sort of reevaluate this and make sure that you're gathering all the facts and doing the appropriate research, asking the right questions before you just dive in impulsively. And with with the fifth house, with the Hierophant card being here, with the 11th house, it feels like you guys will be seeking some sort of assistance from someone who is, like a subject matter expert in this area, some sort of a guru, some sort of mentor in your life, spiritual advisor, right? There's this person may be known for like leading communities or helping a large group of the community, of the collective with what you're doing, right? So you're asking the proper channel. You're going through the proper channels. You're asking the right people for help. You're getting that support that you need. Again, I keep getting that this group is going to some sort of like community living space that's kind of different or off the beaten path. I feel that this group could also be going to some sort of retreat to clear their mind, to get support, things like that. Let's continue. What's the door that's opening up for pile 3, please? Tell us more. The Green Man. The forces of nature favor you. Let's see. The Wolf. Beware who you trust. Wow. The Seer. Follow your intuition. That's what I feel with this telepathy energy. I just feel that this group has been intuitively nudged toward this direction. Like, you've been getting messages that this is a door that you need to go through here. And, you know, it does feel with the Green Man here that this door is going to very naturally open up for you. You're being guided intuitively toward this direction, and things are just going to fall into place for you. But there is still an energy here of, with the Page of Swords, needing to be a bit discerning. I think with this group, especially if it has to do with money or moving or your living situation, owning something, there's definitely a need for you to educate yourself on what it is that you're doing and being really cautious about who you're getting advice from and why and what their motivations could be. Not being afraid to be a bit skeptical, right? Because I think when it has to do with your resources, you can never be too careful, right? You want to make sure that you're very well informed about what it is that you're doing, okay? And there could be someone in your surroundings here who you need to be discerning with. Okay. So let's grab a couple of these cards and then we'll take a look at the message on the other side of your door. What is this opportunity that's opening for pile 3, please? Control and change, the teeth. Very interesting because strength also talks about control. I definitely feel like you guys are moving into an opportunity where you're going to be having to exercise control over yourself, self-control around what you're spending, self-control around impulses. And it's going to feel like a change for you, I think. It's going to feel like a change. But you have a lot of energy showing here that doing this is going to really work in your favor. There's that dream that people have about their teeth falling out, which typically is associated with feelings of losing control. So I would say if you've had that dream and you were drawn to pile 3, that could be further confirmation that this is your message. And I'm guided to say that you have more control over this than you think you do, okay? But the control is coming through self-restraint. We have envy and protection, the eye. Makes sense. There's definitely a need here with your surroundings as you move through this door. There's a need to make sure that you are being discerning here. Now, this is so definitely about finances, you guys, with the bear coming up here. Strength again, resourcefulness. Yeah, there's definitely an energy of this is about your money. This is about your resources here. And what I'm guided to say with the eye is that please don't panic when you get this card. This just means that there is maybe something around you that you're being shielded from, or that you can shield yourself from through being skeptical and asking a lot of questions, right? I think about like right now, when it comes to finances, there are a lot of like scammers that are literally trying to scam everybody out of money all the time. You can be discerning and deflect that energy off of yourself, right? So let's take a look, pile 3, and see what is the message on the other side of your door. Divine Guardian. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. I love this for you guys. I think this group has already been on this path for a little while here. And you've already been on this path. Maybe it's been a little bit challenging for you. I feel like maybe this group is used to just like going where they want, doing what they want, spending what they want. And for whatever reason, you're being guided to be a lot more resourceful and minimalistic in the way that you're doing things. And what this card is saying is, despite the anxiety this could be causing, or maybe some stress that this could be causing for you, you're on the right path because you're putting practices in place now that are going to protect you long term, that are going to serve you in your highest good for long term. You know, there's something that you're learning and mastering here through practicing this self-restraint and through learning some new principles. Okay, so I think we're going to end the message here, pile 3. It definitely looks like this door of opportunity that you're moving through is very interesting. So I would love to hear from you in the comments how you feel this may resonate with your situation. And as always, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey, pile 4, if you all selected this door, this is going to be your reading. So we're looking to see what door of opportunity is opening up for you. We will be getting the message on the other side of this card at the very end of your reading. So make sure that you guys stay tuned for that. Well, let's go ahead and jump right in. So we have Mars. Oh my goodness. Already you guys have a lot of really fiery, passionate energy coming up here. We've got the 10th house. We have Oho. Ooh, okay, very cool. All right, so what is this door of opportunity that's opening up for you guys, pile 4? So it's very interesting. I feel with Mars energy being here, this door that is opening up for you is going to require you to really push forward with a lot of force and energy. I do feel with the Oho being here that there is an energy of competition here as well. Like maybe you're feeling like you have to compete with someone. Maybe there literally is a competitor in your vicinity or in your arena, in your space. And it's causing you to really have to push forward with a lot of stamina, with a lot of passion. This is, in my opinion, or not really in my opinion, according to the cards, I do feel that this is connected to your career as well. The 10th house can have to do with career. It can also have to do with just your public image and what it is that you want to be known for. What is your legacy, right? We do have Capricorn and Saturn being here. So again, for a lot of you, I think this is having to do with your work, your ambition, your drive, your motivation to accomplish something. What will you be recognized for in this world? Your social status, right? So there's definitely a competitive energy here. Mars can also be talking about things like the military, or it could be talking about like athletics and sports and things like that. So that could be significant for some of you. But it's interesting too, because I feel that the door that you guys picked, it almost doesn't really look like a door, does it? It just kind of looks like a pathway. Which makes me feel that you guys have already opened up this door and now you are on this new path, right? I do think that whatever it is that you guys are doing, there's a lot of passion around it with Mars being here. And with it being tied to the 10th house of what you want to be known for, that makes a lot of sense, right? Many of us like to be known for the things we're passionate about. So I do feel that this is very important to you, pile 4. All right, let's get some clarifying cards here. So tell us more about this door of opportunity that's opening up for pile 4, please. We have a 9 of Cups. We have a 3 of Cups. We have a 6 of Pentacles. And we have a Strength card with the Moon at the bottom. So maybe there's been an element here of fears, or it's almost like this undertone of not really being that sure of what door to open or how to move forward here with the Moon. I think too, what I'm guided to say is that whoever or whatever this competitive energy is for you, I feel that you guys may be seeing it as being bigger than what it actually is, for real. Because take a look here. We have this cat, and it's seeing itself as being much bigger here. It's having a like little, how do they call it now? Delusion? Delulu? I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of like the undertone of what I'm seeing here. It's sort of maybe an uncertainty or a fear that's been blocking you. But there's a lot of forceful energy here with a lot of these cards. But I do see here with the 9 of Cups and the 3 of Cups that this door that's opening up for you is all about you achieving emotional fulfillment in your life, and achieving emotional fulfillment with a group of people, those that are around you, your friendships. Okay. It's interesting this card specifically does call out social status, okay, because the 3 of Cups is certainly the card of socializing here. Okay, so definitely further confirming here that this door that's opening up for you is directly linked to your social status. It's directly linked to how you as an individual stand out amongst a group of people. And it is very much tied to emotions, right? What are you feeling emotionally fulfilled with in your life, or something that you feel emotionally fulfilled with in your life? I think that the boundary that you guys are needing to set with this situation or this person has to do with how much you're giving to them, the resources that you are providing to them. Because the 6 of Pentacles is talking about finding a balance, an equal exchange of give and take. And in this card here, we have one person in the center who has a lot of resources. We've got 2 people requesting resources from them. Maybe they're really in need, right? But you can see that the person in the middle is balancing out how she's giving the resources. She's giving some money to this person, some food to this person, but she's in a place of peace. She has a very peaceful look on her face. So I feel with this group, if you are in this position where you are kind of like the leader of the group, or you're standing out amongst a group of people here for some reason, and you've got a lot of people vying for your attention or vying for your energy, your resources, whatever it is, I think that the door of opportunity that's opening for you is about setting a little bit of a boundary around how much you're providing and restraining yourself from scattering your energy too much, okay? Keep an eye on what you're being protected from. This person, place, or idea needs a boundary. So it could come in the form of just being very careful about what you're telling other people about what you're doing, right? Holding yourself back from saying too much, doing too much. Just practicing a little bit more self-control here. Strength is also Leo's energy. You guys have a lot of fiery energy here. Aries energy, Leo energy here with the Strength card. But again, whatever this door is that's opening for you is like directly linked to your passions, your goals, achieving something. All right, let's continue. For pile 4, tell us a little bit more about this door of opportunity that's opening for pile 4, please. Okay, we have love, true love and fidelity. Okay, interesting. And we have air energy. Seek a union of mind and spirit. And look at this, we have the dragon, strength and wisdom here at the bottom of the deck. So kind of echoing this energy of strength. And, you know, discernment for sure is coming up with this air energy here. I think that as you guys are moving forward on your path and going after your goals in your life, there's definitely a message here for you about boundaries when it comes to relationships and the connections in your life, the groups of people that you're surrounding yourselves with here. We have the love card, true love and fidelity, and then we have the air energy, seeking a union of mind and spirit, okay? So I feel like part of this path for you is about ensuring and learning like that not everybody that's on the path with you is there for the right reasons always, right? People are going to be drawn to successful people because sometimes they just want what they have. And sometimes people don't even realize that that's what they're doing, right? They're just drawn to your light. They're drawn to your energy because I do feel that this group really does stand out amongst their social setting or amongst whatever community or group that they're a part of, even their career, their workplace, right? So this is about finding connections that are really based in true love. And I love that it says fidelity too, because Three of Cups energy is not always fidelity energy, right? Especially in the context of romantic connections. This is typically the energy of just having fun, you know, playing the field, keeping things light and not super serious, not super deep. But with the air energy coming up here, this is about being on the same page with another person from an intellectual perspective, from a mind space perspective, and a spiritual perspective. So it's asking you to look at your connections a little bit closer. And it's asking you to look at your connections through a more spiritual lens versus just, oh, I'm getting fun and like admiration from these people. Like, look a little bit closer is what I'm guided to say here. Okay. Tell us more about this opportunity for pile 4, this door of opportunity that's opening for them. I kind of feel for some of you guys with this Mars energy that like, there, with the strength card coming up too, there could be a need to restrain yourself as well in some way. Well, we kind of already talked about that, but like you guys have this really forceful energy of Mars, and Mars energy can be more like, it's very forceful, right? It's self-serving, it's self-preserving. It's like the passion that we have within, the fire that's been lit within us to achieve our goals. Right? So I think that because you guys are like literally on fire right now in the best way possible, you could be missing important opportunities to be more observant about what's going on around you. And I feel that could be why we've got this strength card energy coming up here too. Like there's a need to kind of slow and sort of tame that fire, control it a little bit more so that you can have a heightened level of awareness. All right, we've got dolphins, playfulness and cooperation. So there's definitely an element here of, I think, motivating others or finding harmony with others. Again, this path is linked to your status within a social setting. And so I do feel that you guys are walking on a path of manifesting cooperation with others. Maybe having more fun, a more lighthearted energy. Look at this. Unbelievable. We have strength and success with the lion here. So again, continuing to push forward. But again, remember, strength is not always about just force. It's also about knowing when to restrain and sort of control that wild energy within us. But I do feel that this group is already on path to being quite successful in whatever it is that they're wanting to do here. All right, let's continue. We also have the heart, love and new love. This could be connected to your love life. We have a lot of indication of that here for some of you guys. But again, it doesn't always have to mean this. Again, it really feels like it's more about connections in general in your life versus just one person. Though it could have to do with one person. Depends on your situation here. But This further confirms the need to sort of look at things a little bit deeper, right? Versus looking at them through a more surface level lens. So let's take a look, pile 4, and see what your message is on the other side of your door. We have silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubts. Very interesting. Silent skill. This is the path of silent skill. So even though you guys have this Mars life force energy flowing within you, you're very driven, motivated, and goal-oriented. The path that you're on is helping you to practice silent skill. Again, restraint, right? Like, you do have people around you that may need boundaries. They see what you have and they want it. So I think that you guys are learning here how to set better boundaries and how to be more discerning about what you're sharing and what you're offering up to other people. And I'm also getting a message that through this door of slowing things down a little bit, you're unpacking your mind. You're unlocking intellect here. Thinking more strategically, thinking more clearly. Feeling more clear. Again, going back to the moon card, right? Feeling more clear about the path forward. And this card also talked about breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. And the moon card can definitely cause us to feel doubts because it's when we don't know the path forward. It's unfamiliar territory for us. So I think that you guys may also be learning or practicing meditation through this time and really implementing practices that allow you to slow down and see things much more clearly for what they are. Very interesting reading, pile 4. I feel like it was a little abstract, but as always, please comment below. Let me know what's going on with you and how you feel that this could be resonating with your personal situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I do look forward to seeing you there. Bye.